Hello, my dear friends. Today we're going to speak about some assumptions of the identity approach. The economic approach assumes that attributes related to the four P's of marketing product, price, placement, and promotion are the main mechanisms behind the creation of management of brand equity. The identity approach brings into focus the creation of an unified visual and behavioral identity. It is assumed that from time to time you must watch the consumers attribute identity characteristic to companies and that people form images of companies based on the total experience of the company. This places the corporation and its employees at the center of brand equity creation. The identity approach hence adds the importance of the identity of the corporate branding to the theoretical domain of brand management. The corporate identity perspective. As mentioned in the introduction of this video course, the identity concept has a long history from the field of marketing, both in research and in practice, and many of the concepts used and studied in marketing have been applied to the use of the identity concept in brand management. The identity approach is hence multidimensional and draws a selection of very diverse academic fields such as graphic design and strategic management, organizational culture studies, and organizational behavior. Before seeking a proper understanding of the assumptions underlying the identity approach, it is therefore necessary to know how the identity concept has been played out in the field of marketing prior to its adaptation to a brand management context. Visual identity. Wally Owens is a brand identity pioneer. In his first big publication about the corporate brand identity, the corporate personality, an inquiry into the nature of corporate identity, he described the rationale of the identity concept. Owens advocates the importance of identity for corporate entities and possesses two questions that are still considered pivotal in the identity approach today. What are we and who are we? Owens focused on answering these questions primarily through a visual expression of the essence of the identity. Still, he acknowledges that identity is not only about appearance but also about behavior. Owens advocates that corporations use systems of visual identification to build identity as a communication vehicle. The communication should upload a consistent visual expression while still ensuring that the brand remains fashionable by undergoing continual adaptation to emergent changes. Behavioral identity. Kennedy laid the ground for the conceptualization of behavioral identity in 1977. He hypothesized that consumers base consumption decisions on their perceptions of company personality to a much greater extent than on rational evaluation of attribute functionality. Consumer perception of identities, according to Kennedy, based on the total experience of the company the consumer gets through all the contracts consumers have over time with the brand company. These lines of thought adds the employees and their behavior as a key factor when building identity. In brand management context, the key assumption of identity approach is that all marketing and communication activities should be integrated, aligned, and elevated from a product-based and focused and tactical level to strategic corporate level. Only in that way will it be possible to create a coherent company experience for the consumer. It is from that assumption that the idea of corporate branding and integrated market communication stems. The notion of identity is applicable to the individual brand level, but corporate branding plays a vital role in the identity approach because alignment of all communication in one unified identity requires strategic level brand management. Identity is something that is initiated from inside the company. Some of the questions corporations need to ask themselves are in the identity approach. Who are we? What do we stand for? What do we want to become? Brand value creation is hence dependent on finding the right answers to these questions and implementing them in every aspect of business. My dear friends, thank you for watching this video. If you like the content, please subscribe. Have a very nice day.